We've got Australia, by the way. Wet quali. I feel like I should do this entire weekend in an Australian accent. G'day, mate. Well, welcome to Australian Grand Prix, mate. I can't. Chat, I literally can't do accents. This is a long-known thing on my streams. I literally have no context of and concept of accents. That was my genuine attempt. Crikey, mate. You call that a prediction? I'm hoping that we can save tyres like we have done previously. When's the rain coming, by the way? Oh, bloody hell. Yeah, get a lap in early, right? Get a lap in early. Yeah, we'll do that. Right, everyone is going out early here. There's not going to be any traffic for these laps. You're just hoping that people don't have moments in front of you because it is going to chuck it down with rain midway through the session. It will be dry by the end, but I'm hoping that with our car's current performance, we can just set a time here and be fine. Teo, very, very quick. In fact, he's like 2 tenths up. Mr. Pacher, he's actually gained on him. You can see he's got closer. Is he going to go fastest through everywhere? Is Lando going faster than George? Okay, he is. He goes to first. Teo nips in ahead, though.
So that's put you P2.
P2, you pathetic Lando.
Nice lap.
Why can't you be as good as Teo? I tell you what, Leclerc's up there as well. Of course, this is Q1. I think we're done now for the session, aren't we? But the rain is going to dry out at the end. I don't need to go out again. That time's going to be enough, isn't it? I'm not going to send the drivers out again because we're the 2 fastest on track. We just don't need to. Is Sainz out? Wait, did Sainz... Someone said Sainz out. Sainz out? I can't see the previous quali results because this game is stupid. But Sainz is out. I mean, not. I feel like the Ferrari in this universe is not a good car. They have added difficulty settings. There is an in-race difficulty setting and a car development difficulty setting. So if you're someone who plays the game for the hardcore challenge, this is another session where I just need to go out early, isn't it? Ahead of the rain. Piastri went out. Both Hugo Boss cars went out. Who is the other car missing? Oh, De Vries. Is Teo going to be quicker again? Now, I have set just a little heads up here. I've taken a bit of a gamble. I'm sending both drivers out on the same set of softs they used for the previous runs. So these tyres that they're on have actually already done a time. Are other people on fresh tyres? Yeah, everyone else is on fresh tyres. Teo faster than Lando through the first sector by 50 thousandths. I'll tell you what, in spite of the fact we're on used tyres here, we are still quick. Are we quicker than Max? Teo's not, Lando is. Okay, our tyre situation is now so good for this last session and for the race. Mercedes, Red Bull, not good in this year, like, universe. That lap, by the way, that Teo did, the only sub-118 of the session so far. Also, again, a lot of our bonuses paid out here, aren't we? Oh, give me the money. Show me the money. Inters to start this session. Is it going to get drier or is it going to get wetter? It might be dry right at the end. I think it's probably worth setting a time on Inters now, just in case there's a yellow flag. But I think there is going to be time to run a dry lap right at the end. So with that in mind, this lap here is about getting the banker in, the safety lap. How quick are we going? Teo went double purple there. Track is so wet. Lando struggled. Strolling the Aston Martin. The Aston Martin is quick here. I thought Gasly getting third previously was a bit of a fluke. Lando not great either. Should I be worried?
So we're currently P4.
They added a penalty investigation to races and a no fault for racing incidents outcome. Oh, interesting. That sounds pretty good if that's implemented well.
The rain's ending. Come on, Pep.
So the rain is going to end right at the end. I guess you just want to leave this as late as possible. Gasly is on pole as things stand. I don't want to alarm anyone who hasn't bet on Gasly to win. Maybe be worried. Okay, we are going to get on our push laps here. We need to go quick. We're on fresh softs with both drivers. We'll have 3 sets of fresh softs for the race as well. Sonoda fastest through Sector 2. Max has gone fastest through Sectors 1 and 2 now. The track is drying. It's getting grippier. We should get nice, clean runs here, though. There's going to be no one in front of us, which is nice. Oh, my God. Look at the time difference here. Sonoda currently fastest. Norris faster than Max through Sector 1. Lando's about to go through Sector 2 here. Is he going to dislodge Max, who went fastest through there? Max put together a very good lap. Is Lando going to be able to do that one better? Sector 2 coming to the close here. Norris is quicker, but Pacher steals it away. 19.072. Oh, I'll tell you what, chat. Teo and Lando are neck and neck pretty much going into this last bit. Most of the guys here are on in laps still, I think, so these laps are going to matter. Lando Norris will cross the line ahead of Teo Pourchaire. He was fastest through the first, slower through the second. He is going to cross the line. Can he dislodge Max Verstappen? He can! And Pourchaire loses it in that final sector. Lando made up a 10th in sector 3. There is still 2 cars on flying laps. Russell is one of them. He will come out 4th. Bottas is the only man left to finish a lap. Is he going to improve? McLaren look like they have pace. Have they got enough here, though? He crosses the line. McLaren are quick. McLaren are quick, but we are quicker. Our wet quali comes to a conclusion. Lando Norris winning over Teo yet again. Who will be on pole? The answer is Monsieur Lando. 3 podiums in a row for him as well. The forecast, I think, is just a dry race, sadly. There is no rain coming. We have 2 sets of softs. Most of the recommended strategies are one-stoppers, but with our car's raw pace and starting in clean air, I kind of back us just to hammer it home and push the softs hard.
Brace yourselves for the Australian.
Will anyone ever get bored of... After 3 seasons of being crap, I'll never get bored of seeing us at the front this year.
And it's lights out, and away we go.
Forgot to do the settings. Getting complacent. Getting complacent. Turn 1. Please no turn 1 incidents. Oh, Verstappen's got Teo already. Teo's starting on the mediums. Everyone around him is also on the softs. This is going to be a test for him. It's going to be a test for our boy, Mr. Pourchaire. He's going to fend off some hungry Red Bull, McLaren and Red Bull cars around on the softs and see how he fends with them. Hopefully he's going to do okay. Zayn and Mick are at the back. Anyone else shocked? Everyone do your best surprised Pikachu face. Bottas doesn't look very quick right now behind Teo. And Teo can just hug onto the back of Max. That's kind of all we need. There's a yellow flag. There's a yellow flag already. Who's had a moment? Nick de Vries. Nick de...
Let's have a look at that.
I said that. I knew instantly who it was likely to be. What's he done? Turn 1.
Can't keep on the track. Really, they must be careful.
Should be careful. Agreed. Turns out if you're an F1 driver, keep your car on the track. Who would have thought? Max is still reeling in. Lando now. I've stopped pushing as hard, but if we could just keep him just out of DRS range, I suppose that's the dream. I'm going to push Pourchaire here just a tiny bit just to make sure I stay in range, because Pourchaire is on the mediums. So it is going to be harder for him to hold on to the back of Max, but if we could hold on to the back of him, it'd be massive. We'll have DRS here as well to make it happen. Lando's tyre management's bloody good, isn't it? Although, I mean, Teo is struggling to keep up a little bit here. We can afford to be aggressive on these mediums, mind you. Maybe I should be a bit more aggressive. Like, Max is keeping in touching distance of Lando on this kind of soft battle, but he is pushing hard to make it happen. Not going to have DRS this lap, though, with Pourchaire, and Russell has range. I have to remind myself as I'm pushing Teo here, he is also on the medium tyres. So losing a little bit of ground doesn't matter as much. Russell has reeled in Teo here, but Teo is just on mediums. I'm not going to panic. We're not going to panic. Max does still have DRS, annoyingly, but he has also chomped through his tyres. I mean, look at Lando's tyre wear compared to the medium runners. It seems like everyone is going for like a really aggressive 2-stopper based on their tyre wear. Lando has just dropped Max here. I'm going to keep him pushing. So both our drivers are ending on their stint on soft tyres to try and get the fastest lap for us, because I want to get fastest lap every race this year if we can. Considering that we spent 9 months just researching only. Russell goes round. I tell you what, he nearly closed the door on us a bit abruptly there. If I can just get a little DRS toe now off George, I'm fine with that. So Russell is on soft, so is Bottas. There's a load of medium runners behind. Leclerc on the mediums I do need to be a little bit aware of. He's only like a second and a half down the road behind Pichet, and he's on the same strategy as us. There seems to be a running trend, doesn't it, that we are battling against Red Bull with both drivers. Like Norris and Verstappen have a battle, and then Pichet and Leclerc have a battle. What lap are we pitting with the softs? Lap 18. And I will pit that lap, I think, because we'll be full pushing. This will be a very aggressive race. Looking at the tyres everyone else is using, I wonder if there's many people going to go medium hard, or if they're going to go medium soft like Teo. Because it was a wet quali, lots seem to have extra softs available, so it's probably likely. So I think Teo will get a real life drive. It's going to be interesting for him, because I don't think there's a route into Alfa Romeo for a year, but I'm not sure where he'd go and drive for a year. I mean, he won't get a drive this coming year no matter what. I could see him coming in for Zhou the year after, but equally Audi might want to take the Sauber team in a different direction in the next few years. So it's an interesting one. I mean, Teo's just decided to get the move. You know what, mate? If you want to overtake, if you want to go pod racing, you go pod racing. I won't knock it. One thing that I like about this game is you can kind of approach the game so many different ways and do okay. Like, I mean, you guys know from watching the streams, it's very rare that I'm fully try-harding, doing every practice, tinkering with every slider, really min-maxing the development of the car to the extreme degree. Year on year, it's just not really how I enjoy the game. So I'm not really sure if the harder difficulty is going to make the game more fun and the streaming more enjoyable, or if it's just going to mean that all those things matter more, so you're try-harding more. Not that there's anything wrong with that, I just don't necessarily know if it's entertaining to play or watch. Right, let's do what? Let's do 2 laps. 2 laps, mediums. We're chilling. I expect potentially Max to pit this lap, but by pushing early. What is that voice line? Can you hear me, Lando? Lando, box! Box! I hope he can hear me. I hope he caught that. I'm not saying Fox. There's not a Fox on the track, Lando. Pichet is really having a nightmare with Leclerc and Bottas here. And Russell. Like, Leclerc's behind us on the exact same tyres as Pichet. Do I need to be panicking? Pichet and Leclerc can have a proper battle here. Get ready, Ultras. Get ready, Ultras. Is anyone else going to follow us in? Lando's in the lane. Max is not. Russell stays out. He is going to have DRS list. There's a yellow flag. Who's had a moment? I saw him ran wide. It wasn't a major one. Good stop, Ultras. I missed it because Dennis Hauger locked up our friend
Now this was
in the Audi. It's big fan of Dennis. We go all the way back.
There goes the steering. They took a gamble and it was just too late.
He parked it well, at least. He's parked it well. All right. Did we find the gap for Lando? Not quite. It's close. It's close enough. How much quicker was Pichet? Verstappen pushed that lap. Okay. I mean, he's done that on the mediums. You know what, Tao? Just, you know, keep doing your thing. If you want to go fastest on the mediums, I'm fine with that. Lando got past Stroll on that straight too, which is good for our planning.
Yep.
So just a reminder, Norris is on medium soft here. Pichet will be pitting for softs. Chat, what do you reckon? Is Verstappen going to go on to mediums or is he going to go on to hards to the end? A lot of these soft runners are staying out, aren't they? Literally, Norris is the only person who's pitted from the lead of the race. And he's now caught up to these soft runners. The soft runners are losing time now. Bottas has lost DRS. Lando doesn't have it on this straight. He'll have it next lap. I mean, here's the thing, right? We're so close to these guys in front. If they're all going to be stopping onto the hards, like, I think Norris is just going to pass them all on these mediums before he needs to pit again and get the gap. Surprisingly going for a one-stopper on these softs if that is what they're going for, but I feel like that's the plan. We'll be doing the two-stopper with Norris. Shirley, you stay on the two-stop? Nah, Bobby, I've already missed the pit window for Pichet by 4 laps. Like, the optimal lap to pit for the two-stop was 4 laps ago. I just kind of stayed out to cover off everyone else. How much longer are these soft runners going to stay out? They are risking punches. If Verstappen's staying out, by the way, I'm going to push Pichot really hard here to try and get right up behind him because he's going to be losing time on his worn softs. Last lap, 2 tenths low, but I wasn't pushing, whereas now we can push. David, mate, thank you so much for the 9 months. Appreciate it, mate. Oh, my word, Lando. Can he get the move done on George? He can get the move done on George. You know what? We can update that aggression slightly.
Switch here. Yeah, confirm.
We'll get past the McLaren DRS2. What are the tyres saying? Okay, we have cars in the puncture range. De Vries is pitting off his softs. Has he gone soft medium there? Yes, that's a weird time to go into mediums. Although maybe the mediums could last to the end from here. Could they be going soft mediums? If they are going that is bonkers. But I think that is what they're going for at this point.
Very difficult.
I know.
People pushing.
I think he said he had no front there, chat. No front. Okay, Bottas is pitting, so is Russell. So the soft runners have just pitted. So what tyres are they going on to? Mediums.
Yeah, confirm.
And for Russell, mediums too.
We'll get our chance.
We will get our chance, agreed. Hard agree on that. I guess the mediums probably could go to the end from here. You'd have to manage them hard, but they could do it. Max is still out on his tyres. Ocon and Mick pitting. Ocon's going to mediums. What's Mick going on to? I mean, they're either going soft, medium, soft, or medium, soft, soft. Or they're going to try and make these mediums last. I guess the telling thing will be what side these medium runners go on to, won't it? Max is pitting now. Okay, Teo, you are now in the lead of the Grand Prix, my friend. So they're going on to the mediums as well. I think that's their last stop. Not sure they're going to bump into each other. I'm going to tell Pichot not to fight his teammate here. This is a weird race. I have to assume
Okay, we're happy for you to push in the corners.
that they are going for a one-stopper. And with that in mind, Lando has to get his racing boots on, or his running shoes. Running shoes? Racing boots? We'll call them racing boots. Racing tyres? No idea. I don't really want to blink before these medium runners. I'm going to stare at Piastri and see what he does. Are we really basing our strategy on Piastri? I need a guideline for what the other teams are thinking. If I went soft now with Teo, how hard am I going to be pushing? I don't feel like it makes any sense. 118.32. It reckons that soft from here are 1 second quicker. Is it worth the 1 second? Especially because there's going to be traffic for Teo to go through. Right, Teo, into the pits you come. I think Max is going to do the 2-stopper then. Pichot could be racing Max. We'll get a good indicator of the 2-stopper v the 1-stopper here. Also, did Teo just say pitting? Did he always say pitting? Have they added words in the patch? Do they have new radio messages or am I going crazy? Did he always say pitting either way? We're pitting, we are indeed, and I found the nice clean air, which is what we were aiming for. If I stayed out a lap longer, I think we might have lost that. Did he always say that? Oh, chat, I got excited for a second, apologies. Now, the interesting thing here is really going to be what happens with Leclerc, who I have to assume is going on to hards, and Max, who I assume is going back onto softs like Norris. We have literally split our strategies the same way as Red Bull. Leclerc's in the pits. Have we done enough? Did we pit early enough? If he goes on to softs here, chat are going to love it. Oh, chat's loving it. Psych. Got you, chat. He's on the softs. The hards. I'm fine. Where am I? Oh, we're going to clear him in the pits. Yes, we are. A nice clear gap to come into. Russell, if you want to get ahead of him here, mate, you're doing me a favour. You're on the mediums as well. George, scrap with him for a little bit. Have a scrap. I mean, if you want to actually crash, that would be good too. Just a little, you know, official terminology. Now, Russell is probably going to hunt down Pichot here, but which could also give Leclerc a bit of a toe to catch us, but we can be pretty aggressive on these hards all the way to the end. On to Bottas, he's behind Russell. I think he's just got stuck in traffic. Like, there is a bit of a DRS train going on here. You're handsome, Jack. Madriddle, your English is awful. Correct use of your, and I'll take the compliment. What are we doing here? Sorry, what's happened there? Vieira's just mugged me off going into the pits. Mr. Gasly, what are you doing? What are you doing? I mean, we've lost so much time there. I'm fine. I'm fine. Everything's fine. I'm a little bit concerned that Leclerc is on the same strategy as us. And he's also pulling Russell with him. And with that weird issue, they are now right behind us. Russell can't make his mediums last to the end, can he? If he does that, it'd be very impressive. I mean, Norris has nearly got the pit stop over Max now, but our tyres are more cooked. But we just pushed them hard. I'm expecting Max to pit at some point soon. Max, can you pit? Please, thank you. I could just pit twice. Could pit with Lando now and then pit at the end and go on softs to set the fastest lap. That sounds fun, doesn't it? Let's do that. Right, Lando in the pits. Is Max just going to make his tyres last 11 laps, do we reckon? There was a tyre issue there. I saw it. I saw it. Wasn't a bad error. I'll let off the ultras on this occasion. Oh my God, we've pitted. Oh, we would have been ahead of him as well. That 1 second actually mattered. I'm livid. I'm fuming. I'm sending them to the gym. They missed Christmas to go to the gym last year. That is the kind of tight ship we run here at Williams HQ. We made all our drivers spend Christmas in the gym for people who missed it. Not sure why we had a spike in resignations and people quitting their jobs. We're going to get DRS all the way down this straight. Hopefully then we can overtake him on this second bit of DRS. And this will set us up really nicely for a fastest lap. Assuming that Max doesn't push us, which he's not going to. Lando is about to smash the fastest lap here. What's he going to do? He did a 117 in quali, 118 here. We love that. Round of applause. Up Lando Norris. The Max era's over. Drink it in. Enjoy it, Hamilton fans, because you're not going to experience it for a decade. Hindsight, would the medium soft let Taylor get Max? I don't think so. Because you got to remember you're doing an extra stop, so we would have had to make up 26 seconds on track, which would have meant going through 26 seconds worth of cars behind us, which with Teo's overtaking just isn't realistic. We tried so hard and got so far, but in the end, they fixed the final lap text, and Norris won, De Vries just spun, and now he's blocking me on the start-finish straight. Lando Norris, fastest lap. Clean sweep of a weekend for him. Started on pole. Never looked back. Bashir, he's reeling in. Verstappen, he's closing in on him, but it's going to be too little too late. It's a great attempt. It's a great attempt by Teo Bashir. He closed the gap. 2 more laps and I think we get him. 2 more laps and we would have got him. Annoying for us as well. Leclerc gets 4th. So our battle with Red Bull is going to rage on here. It feels like a season. Russell comes 5th. McLaren, really good weekend for them. Sainz did rescue a point as well at the end. That's a bit over the top in it, the dancing. It's a bit over the top in it. You know, I don't even know if it's flute worthy. I'll do a short flute. I'll do a short flute. I don't like this from them. Because Taylor doesn't have a scam face, we don't get the podium sequence. We'll just enjoy this. Clap them in. Clap them in. You can see here in the standings as well, Bashir edging out over Leclerc. Only 11 points behind Verstappen. Bashir, he's not having incidents yet, is he? Look at us go. I feel like it's going to be a Williams-Red Bull battle here, isn't it? It's fastest pit stop. Beginning to think the gym isn't working. Beginning to think the gym isn't working. Red Bull have overtaken Hugo Boss. We've got 9 points. Shocking from us, really, isn't it? How did Teo do? 5 defends, 4 overtakes. Lando had 1 unsuccessful defend and 0 successful defense. That really is a testament, isn't it, to the weekend that he had. We have got the sprint weekend. We're going to do the whole weekend of it. I am curious really quickly now to compare ourselves to the rest of the grid, because there has been more development. There has been more development, and yeah, okay, interesting. Top speed is not the fastest for us anymore. Chat, who is probably the fastest car? Red Bull? Not Red Bull. McLaren? Not McLaren. Ferrari? Ferrari car 1 is very, very quick. But only their first car. They've already got upgrades in Sainz's car, which based on how he did in Australia, maybe I don't need to be worried about. Our DRS effectiveness is a bit on the crap side, isn't it? Which at Baku could be, I say crap. It's 9, but it's not awful. It's like mid-table, but Baku of all places, maybe getting out of DRS range is going to be the most important thing. We have no upgrade to this race. Australia was only a week before this. Because we're running a 20-race season, the gaps between races are a little bit different. Is this what Red Bull feel like? Dude, imagine... I feel like, you know, Christian Horner, he probably does have a bit of a stressful job. As a gamer, playing the game, it's far more chilled out when I can just do one run and chill. Is Russell about to not get through here, by the way? No, he has gone quicker through 2 sectors. He's probably about to save himself. Mick won't be getting through, chat. I'm sorry. I am sorry. We are through, by the way. Is Russell going to get through? Presumably, he will improve by enough. Yes, he will. He was 4th fastest in the end there. Hauger in 7th. Hauger is good, isn't he? Hauger's a little qualifying demon. He sold his soul to the devil so he could be good at quali. Like, if he doesn't crash in races, I think he will actually score some good points. He's gone purple again. He is the first person through the 2nd sector. Oh, Teo's nipped in. Teo said, thank you, mate. 22 thousandths. The gap between them is so tight here. Teo further back. Lando's going to cross the line first. What are we saying? What are we saying? We're saying...
Just keep your dash negative.
Pascher's rubbish. It's 9 thousandths. You know what? Maybe I'm being a bit harsh there, but 9 thousandths, you're garbage, son. Jack, who's your favourite driver on the grid IRL? Danny Rick. Although I feel like that is fading slightly. Danny Rick was always my favourite driver. Oh my god, who crashed?
Okay, red flag. Red flag.
Oh, this is brilliant. Loads of people just ruined their tyres. Loads of people. Who crashed? Tsunoda. The rare qualifying red flag. These don't come along often. Who would spin and hit that wall? Teo sharing the sprint race last year. That's who. Look, that's not going to happen this year, though, because we're good now. It was a good 360. You know, I'll give him a 7 out of 10 for the pirouette. Chat, I feel like we just chill here, right? Like, we're done. It's a weird qualifying session with the red flag, because I feel like it interrupted a load of people on good laps. So they kind of lost a set of tyres because they were halfway through the laps and they all got cancelled. I mean, Zhou's lap, not great there, really, is it, by him? He's improved. He's no longer 6 minutes behind the car in 13th. That's good. Hauger's in 5th, by the way. What is Dennis Hauger doing? I'm becoming a Dennis Hauger fan. I hate to admit it. It pains me to admit it because there's really no reason for me to like him. But I just feel like he's an underdog story, you know? Who went out there, by the way? Both Hugo Boss cars were already out, obviously. Piastri out, not entirely surprising. I think both McLarens out is kind of surprising. They were quick, weren't they, in Q1? I feel like Bottas got mudded by his teammate's red flag because I feel like they were out at the same time. Now, I'm going to do a banker on the used tyres because it's a sprint race weekend, right? If I could have 3 sets of softs that are fresh after this session, it would be nice. We will be able to do a run after these runnings on a fresh set of softs, but just because of the red flag risk, I just want to get the banker in early. But really, I want to save 3 fresh sets, so we can have 1 set for the sprint race and then 2 fresh sets of softs for the race, because that could end up being pretty useful here. How are we going to do? Lando Norris, 2 tenths behind. Pascher. Lando went purple in the final sector. Pascher then stole it off him.
We'll box at the end of this one.
Pascher, 31 thousandths behind Leclerc. Leclerc was also on used tyres, but they were less used. So we're going to be on a fresh set here. I wonder if other teams even have fresh sets. Who am I giving a toe to, chat? Do I want to try and give a toe to Pacher with Lando? I think I do. Also, I feel like how closely your drivers follow each other out is a bit random in this game. Like, I clicked them kind of quickly there to ensure they were next to one another. That doesn't always guarantee it. Also, Norris actually ended up going out ahead of him, even though I clicked Norris... Pacher ended up going out ahead of him, even though I clicked Pacher first. Sorry, Teo. There was a mix-up, mate. Apologies. Lando is going to be getting the toe. But I did click Lando second. I tried to prioritise Pacher, and he was just slow out the grid, out the garage. He was not paying attention. I mean, Lando is catching up with Teo. Teo's gone slower through the first sector there compared to his first session running. Is Teo driving slow on purpose, or am I going crazy? Teo, mate, it is qualifying. You're meant to be going fast. Do I need to worry? I'm sure it'll be fine. I'm sure it'll be fine. Do you reckon Leclerc's bet on Pacher's bet on Leclerc to be on pole, so that's why he's going a bit slower. I mean, Lando has gone green through both sectors, and this final sector was his best sector. It's not a great day to be a Pooh fan.
It's the checkered flag.
Okay, Lando is our hope here, I think, of pole. Lando, you're my only hope. What can you do? Pacher's not going to improve. Could Lando improve? He's going to cross the line. And it's only second and fourth. A best case for us. There's a lot of people on flying laps still here as well. It's very close to Leclerc, isn't it? Verstappen, is he going quick? He was slow through the first sector, so was Perez. Hauger's improving. Dennis Hauger, can he do a miracle? Can he do it for Norway? No, he can't. Can Max improve? If Leclerc wins this, it could be insane for the believers. Max crosses the line. He's not improving either. Charles Leclerc is on pole position. Oh my word. He's been second best. Charles Leclerc had 1% of the vote. This prediction that we just had over 450,000 channel points put on it. 3,000 of them Ron Leclerc. Less than 1% of you backed Charles. Charles is the man starting on pole for the sprint race. If you backed Charles Leclerc there, you are now like a multi-millionaire in Twitch prediction terms. 3 people backed. I mean, round of applause then. I know you might be bitter that you've missed out on channel points, chat. But you have to give credit to the believers on that one. Wait. I need to pause things here. I'm sorry, YouTube watchers. Someone in the chat has revealed they're meeting Albon at a meet and greet, and I need them to do me a favour. Right, Pekin Town Cards, you're meeting Albon at the Austin Grand Prix. Can you please contact me on Twitter, and I will get you a clip of Albon saying I've got no front, and you can play the clip to him, and I need you to record whether or not he says chance or front. It's the most important thing that I think I've ever considered. I will give you the footage. I will give you the raw audio clip, and we can ask him which he says. If he delivers, make him a VIP. Yeah, look, if you can deliver me a recorded answer of Alexander Albon at the meet and greet, if you can hand him on a phone, like the audio recording to listen to, and then record his reaction of if he's saying front chance or whatever he thinks he's saying, I will take as gospel. Anyway, there is a sprint race happening. Sorry, YouTube watchers. I feel like the YouTube watchers at this point are used to my shenanigans. You equally understand the importance of the front versus chance debate. That was a bit weavy by Mr. Pacher. Is everyone on soft? Everyone's on softs. Would have been weird if someone wasn't on them, really. Now, do I let Pacher and Lando fight? He'll just do the same thing on the audio to keep the mission. Yeah, if he answers the question by saying it in the same voice, we won't actually get the answer, will we? Right, you know what? Lando, Pacher, let them fight. Let them fight. Hauger's already down in 8th, chat. Actually, I think he qualified there. I'm just trying to make a mug of him. Ferrari was so bad, weren't they, at the Australian Grand Prix? But when we looked at the car analysis, Carlos Sainz does have the highest top speed on the grid. Which perhaps has to be a little bit of a concern here. Chat, the Hugo Boss cars are actually racing. Never mind, Meloni just got dropped. I saw that they were equal on time, so I wanted to check in on them at the back, because no one else will. Jed, you see the difficulty update patch? I did. I don't have any plans on playing with it this season, but maybe next season we'll check it out. I'm always a little bit apprehensive that maybe it won't be, like, Frontier will somehow have messed up the implementation.
Decharge on.
So with that in mind, I'm always hesitant to, like, be a day one adopter of new settings. But also, I don't know how those settings are going to be balanced. Like, are they balanced around the idea that you'd be micromanaging everything and doing practice sessions and stuff?
Quick overtake.
And, like, manually doing tyre warming? Because if that is the case, obviously, it kind of wouldn't make much sense to enable them. But sure, it is going to have DRS here, right? Please tell me you're going to have DRS here. Okay, I'm calm. I wasn't worried. Not in the slightest. Has George got DRS? He has. Okay, so I suspect now that a lot these cars in front have all used their deploy. But Cher's not going to have DRS here, which is annoying.
Very difficult.
It's not difficult. Look, you're making it work now, you dingus. What do you mean it's difficult? Oh my god, I don't like this. Ah! I'm fine. I'm calm. Everything's okay. So he got the move done. Lando Norris moves ahead of Carlos Sainz. Fastest car on the grid. My butthole. That Ferrari's slow. Okay, we've got DRS on Lando. Lando's moving for the lead. Bashir. Sainz has been dropped here badly, by the way. Can we get Sainz? I mean, Sainz has no DRS to defend. There is also a gap to Verstappen, who's scrapping with Georgie Russell. I kind of want to keep pushing with Norris here just to try and get out of DRS on Leclerc. I suspect that's going to be rather difficult to do.
Yeah, confirm.
But if I could do it, it would probably allow Pacher to catch up. Whether or not I can expect to do it on the Red Bull
Confirm.
is a slightly different question, I suppose.
So into your left and coast.
Okay, Pacher can run in neutral for whole laps, but we will have 1% excess charge. My hope is to now push a bit more with Lando. Oh, Teo around the outside. Teo around the outside. Leclerc's right up alongside us here. That's not what I was hoping to see. There's fighting for first. There's fighting for third. Pacher gets the move done, though. My goat. I was really hoping if I pushed here, we might be able to get a second ahead of Leclerc through this sector. It's like the longest bit before the DRS zones. This track's always a bit brutal because the two DRS zones are so close to each other. So you really only have this part of the track to try and build up a gap. But I say all of that. Is Lando pulling away? Lando is pulling away. If we could keep Leclerc out of DRS range, it would be massive. I got everything cranked up, but I need to have it cranked up, otherwise Leclerc stays in range. Pacher's in DRS range on Leclerc here. Sainz isn't going to have DRS this lap. People are starting to separate by more than a second. Wouldn't mind just sitting in top-up now behind Leclerc. Norris is vibing, and Norris's tyre management is just unfair. Don't make the move, Teo. Teo, we don't need this. Not now. Not yet. Teo, now's not the time to use this. You're like me using your old rod in Cerulean Cave. Not now. We're on land, son. Now's not the time to use your rod. That, with no context, is a mental sentence, isn't it? I mean, if nothing else, we're now building up a gap for Norris in first, so that's good. Unfortunately, we are still racing wheel-to-wheel Leclerc through the castle section. This is a realistic Formula 1 simulator. Oh my god, don't touch! I'm using this now as an opportunity to save some fuel. We've got, I'll tell you what, we've got Norris 3 seconds up the road. So that's good. I just realised Teo doesn't crash anymore. For a while, he's not crashed. He's actually been good. I have used up all the battery there, which ahead of the start-finish rate isn't really what I want to be saying. Oh, chat, look at us. Our boy's all grown up. Who would have thought? Not me. I just want to enjoy it. We aren't going to have any ERS out of that corner, which could be a problem. He's got our DRS. That's all that matters here. The pack's actually got quite spread out for Baku, which is nice. Although Dennis Hauger, our hero, the true hero of this season as far as I'm concerned for Audi, he has got a wild Sergio Perez right up his chuff. Look at these cars racing. Anyone else feeling emotional looking at them? Great looking cars. They do look great. Now the believers just want the red flag. Look at Hauger go. 8th is a point as well in the sprint, isn't it? I don't know if he scored a sprint yet. Point this year. Has he scored a point yet this year, Hauger? He scored. If he gets a point here, he will score his first point of the year and Audi's first point back in F1. That's something we have to believe in. I am concerned there's lots of people next to each other still racing here, there, and everywhere. And so we could run the risk of a red flag. So I don't really want to push too hard to get further ahead. Although, I guess I'll just put on fresh tyres. Why is there a yellow flag?
So we've got Stroll.
Stroll's crashed.
Debbie here.
Everyone pretend to be shocked. What happened? Lancykins. Oh, Yuki in disguise. That was a bit rude. That was he's been a bit sweary there, hasn't he? It's okay, we're fine. Leclerc's actually managed to pull away from Verstappen again. Come on, Dennis. Dennis, do it for the people. There's a lot of cars close together. It's funny how similar Stroll's incident was to Yuki's. I guess the reason it wasn't a red flag is because in quali you're a lot more kind of on the red flags. They happen a bit more often with incidents. 3 laps to go. It's not looking good, is it, for Mercedes this season? Is Ocon finished? Question mark. Is he just done? Hauger's in 11th. Dennis. It's the final lap of the race, by the way, here. Like, it was close to begin with, and then we've just managed to pull away. Lando Norris is just chilling. Dennis Hauger is in 11th. I'm upset about that. He is a qualifying merchant. Lando is going to come home in P1. Pichot a little further behind. Probably should just manage the fuel. That's caught that a bit tight, haven't I? Look at us go. Look at us go. Mum, get the camera. It's 3 race wins to Lando Norris. What was that noise? Is he okay?
It's a cool car to drive, thank you.
You're welcome, Lando. Oh, he's so polite to me. He's so polite to me. Oh, okay. We do have a set of hards. Panic over on that front. Can Lando make a soft medium strategy work? His tyre management is unreal, isn't it? His tyre management's actually unreal. I'm a bit concerned about Teo. I'm kind of tempted to go soft, medium, soft on Teo because we've got the softs to do that. If I could just run soft, soft. What if, chat? What if I just do like 1 lap on the mediums, then go back on the softs? I feel like that's probably a terrible idea, isn't it? Free mix redeemed to hydrate. I'll drink away. Apparently this is only 8 seconds slower than doing a 1-stop onto the hards. I feel like Teo is our guinea pig, isn't he? It just feels a bit boring to go soft, medium on both. You know what? I back Teo. This is how we're going to improve his overtaking. And we get more chances for the pit stop ultras. Start prediction. Will there be a red flag? It's the same prediction as the sprint race. I want a red flag. Going to start the mediums with Lando, just as I want the softs to try and go for fastest lap. And with Teo, I want him to overtake and have some fun. Let's see what we can do. We start on pole position. There's a few medium runners behind us. So don't fight your teammate, Lando. Just let Teo through. Ah! I've gone to the wrong camera. I'm panicking. Lando! Lando, what are you doing, son? Okay, it's fine. It's not gone perfectly as a starting strategy, but the drivers are where I need them to be. Oh, if he gets past us on the mediums, it's a bloody disaster. Teo, I've put all my eggs in your speedy basket, son. What are you doing? Fight back, Teo! Fight back! Teo, you've got this. Please, please, Teo! Mr. Pachet! Oh, the too wide through the castle section. It will never feel normal. Why are you swearing at me? Why are you doing that, Teo? Stop it. Oh my God, we're rubbish. Right, Lando, mate, you don't need to push here, mate. Just manage the mediums.
Just
This cockwomble in front is bringing great shame to the motherland of Williams.
Yeah, we're happy for you to push in the corners.
New personal best sector 2. I'm glad that improved his confidence. Teo out, Maloney in. Let's not get too carried away. I guess for Teo here, we might as well just chill behind Max. I feel like even without DRS, we should be able to keep up with him. And I can just save the pack like I have been with Lando. I say that, Lando's actually been dropped a bit here. Probably to crank everything back up. Sorry, Lando!
We'll get our chance.
We will get our chance, mate. We'll get him. Yeah, it's that whole thing. Mission failed. We'll get him next time. I played COD 4, can you tell? Keep going, Lando. Keep going. Fight back against George. No one cool has ever been called George. Name me a cool person in history, chat, with George in their name. You can't. And don't say George Weasley. Fred was always Claire. Clooney. George Washington. We have different definitions of cool. Why is different definitions such a difficult combination of words? George Michael? No. George A. Harrison? No. George Best? He has medium-low work rate on FIFA, so he's bad. Pachet's been dropped, by the way, by Max Verstappen. What are we doing here? I mean, granted, we have told our drivers to ease off a little bit on everything, which you really shouldn't do before the end of the first lap. Okay, George just hey me. You know what? I'll give it. Yeah, you're okay. Probably like a 2 out of 10 on coolness. The doors is enabled. The doors is enabled. Well, we just got past Russell. Oh, we don't have DRS here with George. George is getting overtaken. It's not who we care about. The man we care about is this guy. This guy here! Look at him go! Lando's struggling. He's not got DRS here, but he has got a very charged pack.
The race is on.
That means nothing when he's in 5th. Right, Teo needs to full send it here to get Max outside of DRS. And through this sector of all the corners. This is where our car excels. Right, Lando, you push now.
Overtake.
Verstappen's on the mediums, by the way, cruising up front.
Let's get it done. Catch and pass.
Not liking that. I still think the strategy's got legs. Make it work, Lando. Make it work. Watch him cook. Chat, just let him cook. Where's the DRS detection point here? Are we past it, or have I just gone ahead when I probably don't want to be ahead? I wish I could see it on the radar, but there's dots everywhere. Okay, Pachet is flying. Fastest lap. He's got pace. Okay, I feel like at this point with Lando, we have to accept we are on the mediums. Let's make them last. That's where my head's at. Teo can cook though. Let Teo cook.
Just keep on top of your lifting post for now.
Verstappen is so quick in game, isn't he? I'd love to look at a breakdown of Max's stats compared to Leclerc's, because Max is always so much quicker in races. What Norris is doing here is creating a little bit of a train where none of the other soft runners are actually gaining much time here, which is really benefiting Teo. Pachet is still pulling away here, right? I mean, we are pushing these softs hard. Did you know, chat, I learned recently that in the year on the 1st of January 2048, it'll be the first time ever there is a lunar eclipse that can be seen by the most of the world on a New Year's Day. Did you know that? You do now. So get counting down to 2048. You have a really fun eclipse to watch from the start of the year. You know, you'll be really, really drunk wandering home from a night out, and then suddenly the sun's going to vanish. And you know what, chat? All of you who are here, you're probably going to forget about this whole conversation. And in 24 years' time, one of you, hopefully still alive, you're hopefully a nuclear holocaust hasn't happened. One of you will go, oh yeah, Wet the Space mentioned that. Will I be streaming on that date? Not sure yet. Jack, have you settled on a beta team yet? I think I'm going to do a Chelsea beta save in Football Manager. The thing I'm weighing up is, do I want to do Your World or just a regular one? Because Your World seems pretty interesting with a team like Chelsea, depending on how far back you can go. Like, I really like the idea of taking over Chelsea at the end of June and still having, like, Havertz and Mount and Lukaku and trying to build a team around them in a really different way to they did it in real life. But I don't know, from a viewer point of view, it'd be weird without any of the real-life transfers having happened, right? If stuff like Kane is still at Tottenham, like, because he could end up going somewhere else as well. Like, what if Harry Kane goes to Saudi Arabia? What do we do then? Like, it'd be a bit cursed, I feel like. So I kind of want to get, when I get the game and get it all sorted, I would like to do a few simulations and see what happens in Your World. Like, how does the AI actually react? But given the fact it's just a beta save, right, I kind of like the idea of doing something a bit weird and wonderful. And having Chelsea with Kai Havertz and Mason Mount is kind of fun. Do we know when the beta's on? I've seen loads of people asking about this. My prediction for a very long time has been Thursday this week. Just based on historical stuff. Obviously, it's not come out today. The official line is it'll come out up to 2 weeks before the game's full release. The game comes out 2 weeks on Monday. So the latest that Football Manager could come out is next Monday with the beta early access for Steam and Epic pre-orders. But if you've ever worked in software development, you'll know it's very rare you actually want to deploy any code or anything on a Monday. Because usually it's good to have everyone in the office for a day before to do lots of planning around communication, marketing and stuff. And equally, you don't ever really want to launch software on a Friday, because if you launch it and there's major issues with it that weren't found during testing, someone has to then spend their weekend coming into the office to try and fix the issue. So with that in mind, I feel like Wednesday or Thursday is most logical, and Thursday to me seems like the most sensible date. What are we doing anything with the J-League? I have plans to do some J-League stuff, so we are overdue this year to do a Park to Prem save where I move clubs. Like, I usually do a one club Park to Prem, then a moving club Park to Prem, and I alternate. My thinking is this year, if I do a moving club Park to Prem, maybe with slightly fewer of the lower leagues loaded, so we start a little bit higher up. Park to Prem wraps up sooner, like in the springtime, and then that still gives us time to do a really long one club save in Japan. I would absolutely love to do a Japan save in the long non-leagues of Japan. Japan in the non-leagues is mental. Like, to go from the 5th to the 4th tier, it's the hardest league. I'm going to say now, it's the hardest tier to get promoted out of in the world of football. It's like 156 teams that compete for 2 promotion spots to the 4th tier. And to take one of those 2 spots, you have to beat what the teams who finished in the bottom 2 in the 4th tier in a single-legged relegation playoff game, where you are away from home, and if you draw, that is not a win. You have to beat the teams that finish bottom of the 4th tier in an away game to get promoted. And to get to that point, you have to go through like 4 stages where 150 plus teams becomes 2 teams. Which I think could be really, really fun from a content point of view. And it might eradicate some of the issues of like Park to Prem, where you can just blitz your way through the lower leagues really quickly. So I think that could be really fun. So that's kind of what I'm thinking. We do the beta save. Park to Prem this year, we probably started employed and look for a Vanarama National North or South job, which I know will disappoint some people, but ordinarily I have to wait for lower league databases to come out, which is usually December time, which means by the time I start the save and get going, the save game ends up taking me all the way through to like early summer. By which point, I then don't have time to do a long save after that. Whereas I feel like a long Japanese save game in the spring could be really fun. Okay, Norris has really managed to reel in Verstappen here. We've reeled him in. We've also got very similar tyre wear to him. In fact, we've got identical tyre wear. This has been a really nice stint by Lando now.
B-charge on. B-charge on.
Calgary's behind Piastri, and we're ahead of Max Verstappen. Because we're bloody brilliant here at Williams.
Cancel lifting
We're not ahead of him yet. Now we are. Now we are. Veer over. Veer over. I wonder what the soft runners are going to go on to tyre-wise, because we're going for the two-stop with Bichette, so we're pushing harder. Hauger is on very similar wear to us, despite the fact he's fallen back massively. Right, Teo, I'm watching you all the way into the pits here, mate. I've got a tear in my eye. This pit entry is still terrifying in F1 terms. That is, doesn't feel safe. I think I'm feeling a 2.247. 2.247. That's what I'm feeling. I was so close. I was so close. One day I'll get it correct and it'll be the greatest thing you've ever seen. I was 10 off. 10 thousandths. NT. We go again next. It's the new mini game. Oh yeah, we cleared Gasly, by the way. That's really nice. Some of these soft runners might pit sooner as well. And the nice thing for Teo is now he can push really hard on these mediums and the softs. Everyone else is going to be going for these one-stoppers. Okay, I don't mind Max going past us here because I am on just recharge. How's Bichette lapping compared to those around him? We don't know yet because the last lap was him out the pits.
Why didn't... Okay. Just keep on pushing.
That's a new line. What, are you okay, Lando? Why did you... What? Is that what you said? Are you getting cheeky with me? What lap are we pitting for the softs? Lap 30, I'm thinking we pit. Although, I've been making these tyres last so long. If I pit later but push the softs harder, am I going to gain time? Yes. No. Depends on how hard I push them. I kind of want to undercut Max, but I don't know how strong the undercut's going to be unless you're getting DRS. I guess the undercut could be strong if I can charge up the pack during it.
Recharge on. Confirm.
Yeah, Lando literally could do this whole race on the mediums. It is actually ridiculous, isn't it? Bichette, by the way, is now reeling in Carlos Sainz. Bichette, second a lap faster than Verstappen up top. Actually lapping 2 seconds faster than Sainz here.
The race is on.
The race is on. Be worried if it wasn't on, wouldn't you guys? Oh my God, Teo. I never doubted him. Never doubted him. My GOAT. When I play Goat Simulator, I named my GOAT after Teo. Hauger's pitted for mediums. He's on the same strategy as Bichette. I'm on Harvest and we're still getting moves done. You gotta love it. Gotta love it. Let him cook. Zhou's in the pit. So lots of the soft runners are now starting to pit. They're actually pitting for mediums. I assume they're pitting for mediums to the end from here, given the fact that Lando's at 62% wear after 25 laps on his. Bichette's two-stopper is actually going to work here. He is vibing right now. He's only 7 seconds behind Norris. Now, granted, they are both going on to... Are they both going on to softs at the same time, actually? Taylor's going on to softs much later. But he'll be able to hammer those softs. Oh, Max is pitted. He's on softs to the end, right? We're going for the overcut.
Okay, let's build this gap.
Okay, got him.
We're going to build this gap. We're pitting this lap. If he's got the undercut, I'm going to be fuming. I could stay out longer and just push Norris later, but... With his tyre management, I think we can make the softs work.
Okay, focus this lap.
Bichette is probably in a position to win this race, by the way. It's a very early stop. Chat, do I even want to pit here? I feel like if you're pitting for the softs now, you're going to have to manage so hard.
Get onto high fuel.
We'll go really aggressive here, but I feel like I'm going to stick to my plan of pitting in 5 laps. Is that controversial? What's Max's lap time looking like? Oh, Max doing a 1:47.2. He's not that much quicker than Bichette, who's full sending it. Granted, on fresher tyres. If I pit now, I'm going to come out behind Max very close. I mean, the gains will come on Max at the end of the race. It's just a case of how many laps fresher softs are going to be in my benefit. Wow, Leclerc just did a 1:45. Sorry. Hello, he's on mediums. Yellow flag. Who's had a moment? Oh my God, it's a miracle. It's a miracle we've got a red flag. Who crashed? I asked for it and it's been given. It's Yuki again. Yeah, it's not a great place to crash, is it? Did someone hit him? No, they've dodged him very well. I mean, Teo has now been robbed, really, hasn't he? But both drivers just go on to softs to the end. Stroke of genius, as far as I'm concerned. I think we force them to race on the softs, but if it gets to the end, we might swap them controversially. I'm going to try and let them fight. I think I've still got the let teammate pass instruction on Lando. I think Lando's still on don't fight. Lando, do fight. No, he's in 5th. Lando, you dingus. I couldn't have changed it any quicker. It's a disaster. That's not my fault, chat. It's not my fault. The instruction to let his teammate on past was on from earlier on in the race. Obviously, they've not been racing near each other. I changed it as fast as I could, and he still let Teo past at the start. And now Boucher's in 2nd, and Russell's pitted for fresh softs as well. I'm fuming. Oh, Lando's fuel. I'm so angry. That's not a bottle job, chat. I couldn't have changed anything about it. The user interface was not there for me to be able to change the instruction. I'm livid. Should have changed when the red flag warning. You can't change stuff then. Ah! My neighbours hate me. My neighbours absolutely detest me. I mean, here's the good news. Verstappen and Bottas use tyres. Push, Lando, push! Verstappen's already been dropped, by the way, by Boucher. He's built diff. My goat. Come on, Lando. Do it for the people. We could still have multiple red flags, chat. We don't have DRS till next lap. Well, don't worry, chat. Next red flag's going to bail us out. Right, now we full send it for this lap. Let's drop him. Let's drop him. I've seen you do it before, Teo. You've got to do it again. Through this next sector, it's where the car shines. I like how let teammate pass means slam on the brakes and let everyone through. You and me both. You and me both. I mean, Teo's on for his first ever race win. You know, I don't want to big him up too much. It's on. Like Donkey Kong, as the kids would say. The kids do still say that, right? It's on like Donkey Kong. I think they do. Donkey Kong's still cool. I'm fine. I'm fine. Everything's fine. Boucher's dropped Russell, but I have pushed the tyres to do it. But if Max and Russell want to fight, that'd be grand. Yeah, you two have a scrap. Yeah, do that. New fastest lap of the race. You can't beat him. You can't beat him.
Focus on the tyres.
He's just built diff. Right, really need to get past Bottas here.
Don't make it count.
Get it done.
Pull the tyres a little bit.
U-Bird's very chatty here, isn't he? We got it done, we got it done. Right, you've got to get in DRS range on Russell and Max now. Teo's vibing. Push! Oh, he's gone for the little dummy. He's gone for the little shimmy. He's dancing down the straight. He's dancing. He's like a dancing little doggy going down the straight. Look at him go. Woof, woof. I don't know what I'm saying, but I'm very excitable right now. He's got DRS, hasn't he? It's unfortunate. We'll get him next time.
The race is on.
We have now got back in DRS range on Max. We've not actually lost any time with that situation there. So I guess it's fine. For years, I was mocked for sticking up for Teo. For years, the doubters, the critics, they told me I was sentimental. They told me I was soppy. They told me he didn't have the potential. He didn't have what it takes to be in Formula One. Well, look at him now. Look at him now. Drink it in. And I hope it tastes vile as you drink it. I hope it tastes like when you accidentally take a mouthful of swimming pool water. I hope you hate it, haters. I hope the chlorine gets in your eyes and makes them all red. Is it disproportionately aggressive by me? Maybe, but I don't give a Scooby-Doo. This is Pourchaire's era. This is his time. Is Pourchaire still lapping quicker? Max has just put in the fastest sector 1 for him of the race. But Max hasn't been sending it like Shaw was. Russell's lost DRS this lap. I think this is the lap to go.
Battery is available.
Battery is available. If you don't clear Russell right away, we will get another really good chance to do him in the second DRS zone, which is probably the best place to overtake. We can get on the outside here, be so good for a run-in on him. Okay, we should be able to slingshot here and catch up with Max. Surprised Russell slowed down like he has, because his tyre wear is fine. Woo! Let's go! I'll dub it for him. I'm now dubbing Lando Norris's voice lines. Do we reckon Norris could catch Teo here? I'm very tempted to send him.
You have fastest lap.
That's fastest lap for Lando there.
Okay, piece management for now.
Sorry, Taylor, you might not be getting the point. Okay, we're gonna try this exact same overtake.
You're lift and coast. Lift and coast.
Right. We've overtaken so early on this straight. Lando is now gonna full send it into the final sector.
Overtake.
Want to try and drop Verstappen in the same way. I don't think it's going to be as easy, and we don't have as much charge as I would like. Yeah, I'm not going to have any acceleration out the final corner. Not ideal. Max will catch us here a little bit.
No DRS.
No ERS, Lando, I'm sorry. Now, if we go on top up through the first corner and don't switch to neutral till we've accelerated out of it, we can finish the lap on 1% charge. By my calculations. Push the glasses up, look intelligent. The tyres are a bit hot, but I can push them hard here. Verstappen's been left.
How far?
Verstappen has been left. Peugeot is 100 defending. Lando's trying to catch him. Will he catch him? He's got 4 laps to try and do it. Will Hauger finish higher than Piastri for the first time? That is the real storyline we care about here. That's what I'm here for. I don't think he's got enough in the tank to catch. The 100 defending has to be proven. Is that so, chat? Is that how it works? Lando is catching him. He's probably not going to have DRS for this next bit. Oh, chat, they're so close. They are very, very close. Is Lando going to get DRS here on the final lap? He won't get it here. He might get it for like the last little bit of the running, but you get it quite late on the main straight, the DRS. I don't want to watch. I feel like I shouldn't be doing this. I feel like this is wrong. I feel like I'm doing like... It's probably stupid. It's probably silly. Pourchaire's dreamed of this moment. He's been here for yonks trying to get his first ever race win. And it's on a plate for him, and I could just rip it away now. I could just click this button and rip it out of his hands. But I'm not going to do that. He's earned this. He won a sprint race in Silverstone. He's been mocked. He's been laughed. He's been ridiculed. He's not had the best of starts to the race season. He has not finished higher than 3rd on the podium. That could all change today. It could all change today. Lando is gaining. Lando will have DRS here. If there was one more lap, Bashir probably gets hunted down. We have dropped Verstappen, by the way, by 12 seconds here. Lando will have DRS to the line. It's going to be too little too late. Every dog has its day. Today, it's Bashir's day. Come on! Come on! Get that hat on. He's earned it. He's bloody earned it. What a moment. Teo Bashir earned his first ever race win.
For the Williams.
I'm tearing up. I've got a lump in my throat. What a moment.
I don't think anyone could be disappointed with a race like that. A
Me neither.
professional through and through.
It's his first ever race win. Take a bow, Teo Bashir. You are a Grand Prix winner, my friend. You are a Grand Prix winner. I'm tearing up. I'm tearing up. What a performance. Awesome job, everyone. Agreed.
Now that's a really fantastic result for the Williams driver.
What a performance. Did everything right. Come on.
Just look at this. The overwhelming excitement for those celebrating this achievement.
What an achievement.
Now, Karun, no doubt there'll be a lot for the team to process after that race.
Is that our first ever 1-2 in a race? That's our first ever 1-2. This is our first ever 1-2. I just realised we're bloody massive. Oh my word. That is our first ever 1-2. We've had a 1-3, a 1-4, and a 1-3 again. That is the first time that Bashir has outperformed Max Verstappen on a race. And with it, Bashir moves up to second in the standings. Suck it, Max Verkrasham. Does that meme still check out? Probably not. I mean, what I will say is, up until the red flag, which definitely bailed us out. I mean, look at that. Look, chat, are we going for the clean sweep of everything this year? Is that now the aim? What a time. Look at that. 4 podiums. Nothing else for Red Bull. You pathetic Christian Horner. Yeah, okay. Oh, look, we do our pit stops crash. That was 4 years ago's news. Great pit stop for Lando there, by the way. Round of applause for the Ultras. That one of their best performances. They did 1 pit stop all weekend. Look at the successful defends and overtakes for them. How long do we reckon before Teo is an 86 rated driver? I think it's got to be soon. Is it side pod Andy time again? I think it is. I'm thinking 2 upgrades, side pod Andying it up. That's where we put all our research into last year, the side pod, so I feel like we should make the most of that. I could actually sort out the cooling, I realise. You know, given the fact it's the 19th work, if I sort out the cooling, we go slow. Though we only go slow behind our own car. Like the actual speed, actually. Nah, don't like that. Nah. Race performance. F the cooling. We go quick. If I do that, that helps the cooling, but doesn't lose us too much speed. I think that's the play. And you know the deal by now. Intense development. I'm an intense individual, chat. It's been said. What's our other worst parts? You know, that's probably a good thing to check, innit? Powertrain, we can't change that. Chassis. Our chassis not great, is it? Like, it's above average, but it looks a bit mid. Front wing? We have wings. Rear wing. Mid. Side pods. Our side pod's already good. I'm upgrading it more because we've done all the work on it. Suspension or chassis? Or rear wing? You know what? We'll go with the sus. I've trusted the chat. Chat's writing lots of sus. Either that or we're playing Among Us, but I think we go with the rear wing. Oh, give us top speed back. Do we care about cooling? I feel like we don't need to care about cooling, but maybe I should care about it. What if I up the cooling slightly? Doesn't change our rank on the grid. Does it change our performance much? Oh, I want pace, though. Chat. Do people care about cooling? I'm not a cool individual, and people still watch me, so I don't think cooling matters. If the brakes burn, they burn. That's what my grandma used to say. Although, as we've already established, she does many things. I just want to go quick. Is that we'll go with this. First, I could lower the DRS. But no, I want to go quick. I want to go fast. Lockups are good, bro. Agreed. Lockups add jeopardy. We're all about speed here at Williams. Did I get to where I am today worrying about lockups? The answer is no. It wouldn't be a true, authentic work the space mantra, I feel like, if I was to change things up. For shedding... Chat. You can't see it because my head's in the way. You know what's happened already. You already know what's... It's at 99. He's got 99 defending. Why can't you just be normal? I've been training his wheel-to-wheel racing for ages. In that time, his defending's gone up by like 12 and his overtaking's gone up by 2. On YouTube, like season 1, people are like, why aren't you training and overtaking? I am! I have been!